Heavyweight against the Blob. Holmes weighed in at a paunchy 233. Holyfield rock solid at 210.
And I should make this point about Holyfield at 210. Muhammad Ali also came out of the Olympics as a light heavyweight. When he fought as a champion at his best, at his peak years, he weighed between 208, 212, 213. So 210 is not exactly a small heavyweight.
Punch that numbers, Larry.
Let's take a look at some of their numbers, a profile of how they fight, how active they generally are. There you see Holyfield in his numbers against Cooper and against George here. Different numbers against different types of fighters. Holmes has been gadgeting down his numbers of punches. He's a little bit more defensive, a little bit more selective in the number of punches he throws. And of course, his main weapon is that big jab. And Holyfield, however, has a jab of his own, and he would be very content tonight to match his jab against Holmes.
Rules of the bout from our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Larry Holmes and Evander Holyfield will fight tonight using the rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. 10-point must system, no standing 8 count. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect. You can be saved by the belt in the last round only, and only the referee can stop the fight. The doctor can't stop it. And Jim, as a result of that tremendous controversy at yesterday's rules meeting, we're going to use the Nevada rule, which says that in case of a cut caused by an accidental headbutt, we will go to the scorecards after 3 rounds have been completed, only 3 rounds. Before that is a technical draw.
All right, let's go up the ring announcer, Michael Buffer, right now for the pre-fight introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, Main Event Monitor Production, Top Rank Incorporated, and the undisputed, undefeated King of Beer, Budweiser, present the featured bout of the evening. This bout is dedicated to the memory of Chuck Minker. It is sanctioned by the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF, with the approval and sanctioning of the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman Luther Mack, Commissioners Nat Carasali, Dr. Elias Ghanem, Bruce Lane, and Dr. James Nade, Chief Inspector Mark Ratner, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Flip Pomansky, attending physicians Dr. William Berliner and Dr. Robert Voy. The timekeepers Mike Lachella, counting for the knockdown second, Al Bicek. The scoring for this bout will be done on a 10-point must system, and the 3 judges assigned ringside are Carol Castellano, Glenn Hamada, and Chuck Jampa. And once the bell rings, the man in charge of all the action working for the 66th time in a world title bout, Mills Lane. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the site where legends are made, Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing their white trunks with red trim and weighing in at 233 pounds. His overall career totals are 54 victories against only 3 defeats, with 37 KOs to his credit. For 7.5 years, he ruled the division, making 15 defenses of the title. Tonight, he returns to Caesar's Palace, where he won it all in '78. Ladies and gentlemen, from Easton, Pennsylvania, the challenger, former heavyweight champion of the world, the Easton Assassin, Larry Holmes. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gold trunks with white trim, weighing in at an even 210 pounds. This 1984 Olympic bronze medalist was the first of that great '84 team to win a world title, becoming cruiserweight champion in only his 13th bout as a professional. Since moving up to the heavyweight division, he's maintained a perfect record, which now totals 27 victories without a defeat, 22 by KO. Ladies and gentlemen, from Atlanta, Georgia, the 2-time world champion and current undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the championship of the world. We've been through all the instructions. Pick a tough, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Any questions from Mr. Holmes or his corner? Any questions, Mr. Holyfield, his corner? Let's get it on.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go. the odds going into this fight were about 4.5 to 5 to 1 in favor of the champion. In my book, if I were making the odds, I think the odds that Holmes has to overcome is closer to 100 to 1. The question is, can he make a fight of it? Can he give us a good show?
The bell for round one. Holyfield told us yesterday that he wants Holmes to come to him because he feels his best offense is counterpunching. He does not want to swarm and attack and pressure Holmes, as some people believe he should. But that's what got him in trouble against Bert Cooper. And if you saw Holmes Mercer, you know that Larry would like to stand on the ropes, position himself in such a way as to invite Holyfield to come to him and use the jab to score.
Holmes already established that he's going to move backwards. And that's something Holyfield is going to have a hard time dealing with because he is a good counter-puncher.
Larry Holmes is one of the best of all time at fighting while moving backward, isn't he, George?
And his feet are planted well. He's not going to have any problems doing so. Holyfield should hit him hard and move backwards, make him come. Make Larry come to him.
Holyfield trying to establish the jab. He didn't use it much against Cooper. He has been told that he must use it the way he did against Buster Douglas to be at maximum effectiveness. Larry Holmes cocks and fires a right hand, but it was a little short.
When you're older, you try to hit the younger guys hard to make them come. And that's what Larry's trying to do.
Holyfield's looping right hand was slow and late. First punch to the body is a right hand to the rib cage by Holyfield. And you have to wonder how well Holmes will be able to take it to the body if Evander gets there. Holmes wincing slightly as Evander gets to the rib cage with the right hand again. Not many combinations in round one. Holmes landing almost exclusively with the jab.
That canvas is going to have a lot of effect. It's hot. And as the night grows on, if you move around a lot, the heat is going to draw from your legs.
And of course, Holyfield is regarded as one of the best conditioned heavyweights of all time, and Holmes' age and weight speak for themselves.
Holmes got Holyfield following him around the ring already, so he's at home. Does it in the gym with sparring partners daily.
Temperature at ringside, 88 degrees right now. Both men have worked up a healthy sweat as round one wanes.
Come on, Larry, come on.
Mills Lane telling Holmes to keep his punches up.
Holmes has been hurt by a left hook.
And Holyfield misses one right there. Right hand by Larry Holmes. His best punch of the round right at the end.
Give him a little bit more angle. I got you. Give him a little bit more angle. Grease.
Let's take a look at that quick little right hand at the end of the round if we have it. Didn't do much damage, but it got in there. Larry in the corner, looking to catch Evander, and it landed flush on the nose.
Right hand. He came through his right hand. He got his right hand busy. All right, now, you're doing okay.
Beautiful, baby. You're getting good rhythm out there.
Second shot. Let's go.
Get that rhythm, man. Get that rhythm. Just hold up those hands. Come on.
Only 24 punches thrown by Holmes in round one, probably not enough. He needs to throw between 40 and 50 to be effective. Against Mercer, he landed nearly two-thirds of the punches he threw. Holyfield is, to say the least, a more elusive target.
Holyfield is playing the puncher in this fight. He's trying to land one shot as though he's the bigger guy. That won't work.
Well, Holmes has found the corner he likes, and And now the question is, will Evander be able to get through Holmes' defenses and make him pay for standing still in a corner? And Evander starts working to the body, something Mercer didn't do.
Holyfield has not yet been the kind of fighter who can be effective when the guy against the rope. He needs leverage and room.
Good right hand by Holmes, two good left hands by Holyfield. Evander starting to land the left hook inside. And there's another. And Holmes comes with an uppercut and a right hand and briefly stuns Holyfield, but Holyfield comes right back to the body. No jabs now. Evander hooking with both hands to the body. Holmes looking to get the uppercut in, and he lands one. Uppercut landed again. Holyfield backs up for a second, now comes right back. Evander looking for the left hook up top and the right hand to the body. And he's landing both. And Holmes is landing the uppercut and the right to the body in return. Low blow by Holmes. He got away with it and set up an uppercut with it.
Holyfield is a fish out of water fighting that kind of fight. They should tell him to step back, bring that man back to the middle of the ring.
Holyfield is constantly under criticism in his career for being easy to hit. And Larry Holmes, whose right hand looked woefully slow against Michael Spinks 6 years ago, is landing it tonight against Evander, just as he did against Ray Mercer.
He's already planning his defense, Larry has. So when Holyfield throws, he's hitting it right on the defense.
Now Holmes looking down at George Foreman as if to say, see, I told you, George.
Larry Holmes' eyes are wide open.
Left hand by Holyfield, two right hands by Holmes, and again, Holyfield backs up for a second. Holyfield is proving easy to hit once again, just as he was for Cooper, just as he was sometimes for you, George.
His corner should tell him to back up. He's champion of the world. You got nothing to prove.
They could have fought that round in a telephone booth.
Run out of gas on you. Okay? Now give me that good jab now, right?
All right, there you see Holmes in the corner, resting and punching at the same time. It's the kind of fight he needs to preserve his energy.
Got away with a left hook to the under the body.
But I don't get any sense at all that his punches are even stinging Holyfield.
No, but they're scoring. Both fighters scored a lot in that particular round, fought exclusively in the corner just above us. Now as round 3 begins, Holyfield is back in the more comfortable environment of the center of the ring. But can he keep Holmes there?
1974. I'm heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm trying to take it from Muhammad Ali by following him around the ring. Seeing that Evander Holyfield is having the same complex.
So you see shades of the rope-a-dope in Holmes' strategy.
That's correct. You're a champion of the world. Let the other guy take it from you.
Holyfield is using his jab more in this round, as Georgie Benton, his trainer, instructed, instead of just winging punches. And that is a more effective strategy when you have a fighter on the rope.
Well, there's got to be an enormous temptation against the stationary target to just go in and wail away the way Evander did in round 2.
That's right. Larry is taking 1 inch away from the rope. He jabs, then goes back.
Solid right hand by Holyfield over the top. And again, Holmes suddenly unable to defend against right-hand leads. Third one missed. 2 most effective punches of the bout so far for Holyfield.
Same right hand that that Mike Tyson hit Larry Holmes with about 3 or 4 years ago.
No, a lot of people would say not the same right hand that Mike Tyson hit it with.
Yes, but that's been the punch, the big punch that Larry Holmes is always a little vulnerable to because he throws the jab so often, and occasionally his opponent will time that jab and come over it.
Witness his knockdowns at the hands of Ernie Shavers and Ronaldo Snipes, both with the right hand. And later Tyson, of course.
Holmes seems to function good when he's hurt, which is a rarity with fighters.
That was the great thing about Larry Holmes. He had a great left hand, great legs, but a great fighting heart as exhibited by his ability to take a punch and keep coming back.
Well, I'll tell you who else seems to function pretty well when he's hurt, and that's Evander Holyfield.
No doubt about it.
His recovery against Cooper was as blindingly rapid a recovery as you'll ever see by a heavyweight who was out on his feet.
Holmes had a problem with his vision a little bit.
Holmes cracking the counter right hand and landing it twice. Holyfield comes with his own right and misses. Holmes comes back and dominates the exchange. Larry Holmes landing at will with the right hand. And now Evander Holyfield goes back to the body.
Evander Holyfield, those left hooks he's landing now are really hurting because they're landing close to the ribs of Larry Holmes.
Good night.
You got to back him up with that left jab. You got to step in with the left jab when you're up against the rope. Give my angle and step in. You got him reaching around you, Larry. Straight punches going to beat him to the punch.
Now let's take a look at an x-ray of those right hands. There was a big right hand, and here comes the next one, followed up. Larry keeping his hands low, Holyfield waiting patiently, and bang, there it comes again. Take a look at it from another angle. Same result. Good picture. Larry Holmes always took a big punch.
He was always rolled that right hand, as a matter of fact.
Well, you heard the advice in Holmes' corner from trainer Donald Turner. Evander is winging his punches from the side, comes straight up the middle against it. Remember that Holmes flurried to end round 3. Now he begins round 4 with caution, sticking only a couple of jabs as Evander dances around the ring looking for an opportunity to get next to it. Right hand by Holyfield a little short.
Holmes will appreciate him throwing those wild right hands. He functions better getting out of the way of wild right hands.
But as great as Larry is with the jab, he's not quick with the counter left hand. He'd really rather bring the right.
That's true. Because he hurts his right hand a lot. That right hand stays hurt.
That hand close.
Left hand was blocked by Holyfield. He went down to the body and connected.
George, earlier on our intro to this show, you said Larry was going to try to fight 1 minute of the round. That's exactly what he's doing, maybe even a half a minute. He's hardly throwing any punches. He's trying to get Holyfield to come to him. He's playing all defense and hopes to flurry and steal the round honestly.
Holyfield is trying power punching. Let me tell you, he's a bit too small for that. He's got to use quickness. Throwing shots to the temple and under the chin.
So he should be boxing Larry rather than trying to wail away at him in there.
That's right, because the legs and the heat, you're in the desert. You got to preserve every little bit of water you got.
But, of course, Evander is bound to believe that conditioning is his biggest edge against Holmes.
You would think so, but when you see the cuts in his body, that means a lack of water. It's okay anywhere but in the desert.
So you're saying that for these conditions at this moment, Larry's is the better body.
That's right. He's got the round body. It's a lot of water there.
What a lot
and other things, too. Maybe some beans and rice, too.
Larry says he doesn't eat steak every night. Our guess is he could afford it if he wanted to. Big left hand by Holyfield again. Now let's see if Holmes tries to steal the last 30 seconds of the round. punches, one for each. Right hand by Holmes, landed one more time. Holyfield comes right back. And again, Holmes lands the right as Holyfield backs away. So once again, Larry Holmes packages his most effective punching of the round in the last 20 seconds.
Put up there.
Hey, now listen. If you want to be there, you got to be there.
All right, Harold Letterman, how do you see the first 4 rounds of the fight?
Larry, 39-37, 3 rounds to 1 Evander Holyfield. Larry, I just think Evander's winning this fight on his power shots. Taking Larry Holmes into the ropes, landing that big right hand. I just don't think Larry's doing enough. I like what Larry did in the second round. In the second round, he fought up against the ropes, and he threw punches and landed and won the round. But the other 3, he just didn't do enough.
He's winging. His punches is getting wider and wider. Shorten up on your punches. Before him, try to throw 4 or 5 punch combinations to move from that spot.
Come on. Now listen, when you get close, hit him on the arms and the shoulders.
You got to go 2 hands. You got to go 2 hands.
Let me see it. I don't get hot here.
Don't get up no more. Let me push you.
Well, you heard the signature advice of George Benton.
Yes.
He loves George Foreman to ask his fighters to hit their opponents on the arms and the shoulders. Effective?
You know, it would have been good if you were talking to Rocky Marciano, who had hammers in his fist. But when you're not, you're talking to a guy who's basically a sharp puncher. What damage can he do by hitting this guy on those big arms? But wear himself down.
Maybe you should talk to Benton about it sometime. He's a huge believer in that.
Marciano could crack your elbow.
Holyfield again chasing Holmes and looking for a chance to go inside against him. Holmes looking for a corner to rest him. Larry likes to use the ropes and the corner post as a third leg. It balances him, gives him extra support, makes it easier to take the opposition's punches.
Now he's got Holyfield afraid to jab, thinking he's going to hit him with a counter right hand. Holyfield should just throw wild shots just for a couple of rounds, lift his antennas up.
It's fascinating to me that a Larry Holmes, who seemed to have so much trouble releasing the right hand against Michael Spinks 6 and 7 years ago, is quick with it now.
Well, Spinks was moving away from him, Jim. That's why. Spinks was the counter puncher in that fight and was able to do what Larry is trying to do to Holyfield here now. He's trying to make Holyfield do most of the right hand.
That's right. Outstanding right hand by Holmes against Holyfield as Evander was coming in. But again, Evander steps right through it and back inside.
The thing with Larry Holmes, he's trying to use that right hand not as a knockout shot, but as a punishing, scare you tactic so he can relax in that ring.
And he landed again, and now Holyfield steps forward with a left. But you're right, George. Larry seems to have taken away Evander's will to jab him. Evander just pawing with the jab there, and then he stepped up and fired the body shot.
If you're a great Joe Frazier, smoking Joe Frazier, you want a guy to fight on the ropes like that. But when you're a master boxer, you've got to bring this guy to the middle of the round.
This has been a good round for Larry Holmes, who just landed a solid uppercut moments ago.
Holyfield hurts Larry every time you hit him with that left hook.
And that time it is Holmes with the left hook to the body, and Holyfield ducked away from the right hand. Holmes misses the right. Evander with the left to the rib cage, another left to the body. Holmes looking down here and grinning at George Foreman.
He's scaring me.
He's your fraternity brother.
He's scaring me.
Listen, all you got to do is give him an angle. He's reaching. Shot. Gotcha. Sixth round coming up.
Still got a long way to go, huh?
It ain't long. Listen, start stepping to him with that jab. Touching him. Walk him down.
Be careful you don't run into nothing. All you gotta do is Just give me that jab. All right, now look, drink this water. Drink this water.
You got the mouthpiece? Mouthpiece.
Now look.
Georgie Benton advising Evander Holyfield to throw more jabs. He's only averaging 16 jabs per round. He felt coming into this fight that he could out-jab the old jabber. It's called Jabberwocky, Jim.
What happened when you hire the same old sparring partners over and over? You do the same old thing in the gym, although you got a lot of rounds, but you're not in shape to go forward jabbing. You're going to have to cross that leg over a little bit and move out of your octagon style.
Holyfield is trying to give Benton the jab, and it set up the chance to land the right hand. There's the jab from Holyfield, and he's landing it. If he goes back to that, he can turn the momentum more back in his direction.
No, he's going to get in trouble trying that jab, but sooner or later, Holmes is going to invite him into the right hand. You got to pull Larry Holmes to you if you are Evander Holyfield.
Right hand again by Holyfield.
But how do you pull a classic counterpuncher into you if he doesn't want to come, George?
You give him an inch at a time. You hit him and you move away an inch. You hit him and you move away an inch. And finally he sees, hey, where's the rope that was supposed to be behind my back? It's not there. You don't do it all at once.
Hey, guys, with two guys who prefer counterpunching in there, we had suspicions we'd be looking at a very dull fight. It hasn't been that bad so far.
A great fight. Holyfield has really been a good aggressor. I didn't think he could do it.
Do you think it's the right thing for him to do?
He doesn't know how to do it, but he's creating a fight for the fans. And you got to do that. If people pay the money, you got to give them a fight.
When we spoke to Evander yesterday, it was clear, if you read between the lines, that he was worried about a dull fight, and he wanted to be sure there would be something for the fans to remember here. Two right hands to the body by Holyfield. The first one was a damaging blow.
We should keep in mind that Holyfield is the champion. He is the aggressor. In close rounds, that's going to be to his favor.
He's getting smart now. He's starting to turn Larry Holmes and drive him alongside the rope.
Right hand by Holmes. Measuring Evander as he comes forward. To the body, and a right and another left by Holyfield. Good round for the champion this time around. This has been the bobbing, dancing, jabbing Evander Holyfield of the Buster Douglas fight. The night he won the heavyweight title. Mills Lane again cautioning Holmes to keep him up. Jab, jab. Holyfield fighting a George Benton architected round. And a left and a right.
I felt that was the best round that he finally found the rhythm he should be in against this kind of a crafty opponent.
No doubt about it, he's picked up the pace a little bit. He stopped trying to use jabs. Any kind of punch will do.
Right on the eye. Right over here on the eye. Just over here on the eye. See the butt? Here, look, right on the eye. I didn't see the butt. Oh, come on, it was right over there. No.
There is a bad cut on the right eye of Evander Holyfield. Lou Duva is claiming that it was a butt. Bad cut along the right eyebrow of the champion.
And they it was not a butt at all.
Just stick him and stab him. Stick him and stab him.
It was the right side of that right glove. He caught him part of the elbow. Part of the elbow.
Yep, there you go. Good call, George Foreman. Elbow on the eyebrow. That's why Mills Lane said, I didn't see the butt.
But it was actually an honestly thrown punch.
Well, one of the best cutmen in the business, Ace Morales, is the man who worked on it in Holyfield's corner, but you can see that the right eye is already badly damaged.
Holmes had better not get overconfident because this guy, Holyfield is turning his face.
He's in trouble, George.
Holmes better not start that.
The blood flowing across Evander's right eye. It appears to be compromising his vision. In the 6th round, he landed 59% of his punches, but he'll be a different fighter now. Now, what's the danger for Holmes, George?
To start getting overconfident, going for that iron. This guy can throw a good shot, a good counter right hand, catching Larry reaching in.
We've gotten word from Holyfield's cut man, Ace Murata, that it is, quote, a very bad cut. And the crowd is starting to chant, Larry, Larry, Larry. Maybe they think the punch caused that cut.
Well, whatever caused it, this is an opportunity for Holyfield to show his championship medal.
Big gun. Big gun.
When you're a young fighter, undefeated, things like cut, it goes deep into your soul. You think maybe stars, the moon, and the universe is turned against me.
He's going back to the jab. Now, it seems to me, George, that Larry's job here is to flick the jab, flick the jab, flick the jab constantly into Evander's eye.
No, the jab is on the wrong side, because if he goes reaching with that jab too much on the left side of Evander Holyfield's face, he's going to get caught with that left hook that Evander's been trying hard, desperately to land all night. If it was on his right side, it would have been left side, it would have been better.
So he should forget the cut and just fight his fight.
Go continue to fight your fight. Occasionally, when he bumps into your elbow, the cut will open more. The heat in Las Vegas, Nevada, the desert would make you bleed. All of a sudden, you're not losing water, but you're losing blood.
40 seconds from now, Ace Murata will get a full minute to try to do some repair on the right eyelid of Evander Holyfield. A deep gash all the way across the eyelid. And suddenly we have drama in the dust in Las Vegas. Holyfield pounding to the body with urgency and desire.
When you're bleeding like that and you're throwing hard shots, it only weakens you more and more and more. It's like that of a bullfighter. After he's wounded the bull, the more he charges, the greater and weaker he gets.
It's Ace Murata time in Evander Holyfield's corner, and we'll watch him go to work.
Get over here. Move. Sit down.
Hey, she told me to go on this side.
Nothing, boss.
Get your hands up. Get boxing nice now. See, that keep the jab going. See, that's all you got to do. See, the jab is it. Jab him, stick him, make it miss, and make it pay. You understand? Now, you don't have to get into a fight with this guy.
Okay.
You're making this guy look like he's still champion. Now, don't get in a fight with him. Okay. Just step around him. He got to look for you, and he can't do it.
Okay.
All right, this was in the, not this past round, the round before. There you see the right elbow in an honestly thrown effort to punch by Larry Holmes. Caught Evander Holyfield across the brow. That missed punch has given new life to Holmes, because whatever he thought before, now he's looking and saying, 5 more rounds of this, I could pull this thing off.
That's right. Holyfield is fighting now to defend his, not his title, but his eye.
Because if the fight is stopped because of that cut, it would be a technical knockout victory for Larry Holmes. He would not have to go to the scorecard.
The thing with Larry Holmes, he's never been known as a left hooker to open that cut up even more.
So the left hook is the punch he would have to have in his repertoire to attack that cut.
And he doesn't have a left hook.
And Holmes is taunting and talking to Holyfield and trying to get him to come in and commit himself.
Holyfield ducks and feints and lands a left and a right. He had a pretty good round last round, fighting with the cut, bleeding. Right now, Murata has done his job, and Holyfield has vision in there as he goes in and tries to attack.
Every time Holyfield throws a good right hand, his body follows him in too. So he's getting a bit weak.
You think of all the 15-round championship fights that Holmes was involved in, he doesn't get as much opportunity in a 12-round fight to make that cut work for him.
Now, George, you were bleeding a lot more blood in your last fight than Holyfield is now. Did that weaken you? Because you came on at the end.
You know, it doesn't weaken me because of the round body type. You got a lot of water in there.
So what you're saying is it will hurt Evander a lot more than it would have hurt you or Holmes.
That's correct.
must admit I never heard that one before.
Whenever you can show cuts in your body, that means there's not a whole lot of liquid in there.
George has a wealth of unique theories on the sport, Larry.
All of the bodybuilders know that.
You're saying his skin is too wrapped too tightly around his skeleton.
It takes a certain lifestyle to do that. Drinking a lot of liquids won't get it. Now, hamburgers, on the other end, give you another look.
In another round in which Holyfield has landed the more effective punches.
Oh, it's interesting. Holmes is hardly doing anything here. I mean, I don't know if he's waiting for Holyfield to make a mistake, but he's not doing enough to win a round, even if he rallies in the 15 seconds or so. He's just not doing anything.
He thinks the cut out means he's ahead. Holyfield's dropping his hand.
In the last two rounds, it wouldn't appear to be the case.
Holyfield's starting to bounce around and move it.
Holyfield is using his superior footwork and speed. Get around the ring, make Larry come to him, and score with his opportunities. Left hook scores. Been another pretty good round for Evander Holyfield, fighting with one eye.
Sit down over here. Come on, put that up. Put that up.
Okay. Now the jab is working this way. You understand? And keep the jab going.
Yeah, come on, baby. 9 rounds. Evander, you're way ahead of us here. You got to box this guy, outsmart this guy. Keep him in the center of the ring.
Right, keep the jab. Evander, when the guy goes to the room, just back off. You understand? And keep him in the center because he can't do nothing to you when you circle.
Quickly, how do you see it through 8 rounds?
Larry, 78-74, 6 rounds to 2. 78-74, 6 rounds to 2, Evander Holyfield. I think that Evander Holyfield is the aggressor. No, he's leading all the way, just taking a fight to Larry Holmes. There's no question in my mind that
push him back.
Evander Holyfield's got to be
hit with this left hook.
I agree with you. I also have it 6 rounds to 2, Harold. In that round, Holyfield threw 30 jabs. And what made him do it? I don't think it was Georgie Benton. I think it was the cut on his eye that made him finally find out how he has to fight Larry Holmes.
It's the urgency of the situation.
Well, some guys get wild in urgency. He got disciplined when he got urgent.
There's no doubt Evander Holyfield's got a great heart. I mean, he's intending to fight all the way.
Good right and left in the middle of the ring by Holyfield. Still in the center of the ring, and this is ideal territory for Evander Holyfield to press his advantages. Ever since the cut arrived, Holmes has abandoned his strategy of standing in the corner and on the ropes.
And I can tell you this, he's thinking he's ahead, though. That's a great mistake because the rounds keep kicking on. At some point, he's got to throw left hook, get this thing going.
Witness the fact that the judges saw your punches against Alex Stewart's even when you were a bloody mess.
And that's what you got to do. You got to keep things going. Stay ahead. Bloody mess.
He didn't look good.
That was chopped liver.
A lunging attempt by Holyfield. He slips and falls. The increasingly Holmes-loving crowd gets a moment of pleasure. And Evander's smiling about it.
Needn't mention how much energy that takes from you.
Of course, it was ruled a slip, not a knockdown. And still Larry Merchant, Holyfield jabbing and dominating.
Because Larry Holmes really doesn't want to lead at all. He doesn't want to lead at all. He wants Evander to do all the leading, hopefully to get something in there to look spectacular, but he's really not doing enough to win the championship. What he's doing enough of right now is to go the distance, which is an achievement in itself. I guess the question is going to come up soon, George. If Larry just goes the distance, would you fight him?
You know,
and we'll answer that later.
Yep.
I think the last thing that Larry Holmes and George Foreman want to think about now is a fight. He's in one for his life right now.
Holmes landed a left hook that seemed to bother Holyfield around the eye. He winced.
Finally threw the left hook.
Yep. But we won't see many of them, George. It's not natural for him to throw.
And if he had a left hook in his repertoire, this fight could have been ended.
Yeah, he'd be in big business right now. trickle of blood from the cut above Holyfield's eye, but still Evander moving, using his feet, keeping Holmes in the center of the ring, ducking under that right hand, and landing the more effective punches.
I think what happened is Larry trained so hard to effectively land good right hand, he didn't even concentrate on the left hook. Now he just hasn't got one to end that fight with.
In his best day, George, he didn't really like to throw the left hook. His left jab was just so good. He felt it was too risky a punch.
Round coming up. Just a 3-round fight, an amateur fight coming. You got to step to your left and hit him with left hook. You got the shot.
All you have to do. You understand? You're the champion. You got to prove nothing, right? You fight a smart fight. I got it. That is what you do. Now that was a good round. You jabbed him to death. Keep it going. Okay, baby. So as long as you're moving around, the guy can't do nothing to you. Common sense would make you keep doing it, right?
Step to your left and throw. Shot.
Well, you heard Georgie Benn's advice. Obviously good advice to win the title. The man's getting $18 million to defend his title, and if he wins it, it'll make another $18 million the next time. So that's good advice to win the fight. But I thought I saw on Evander's face a little bit of disgust. He doesn't want to just win. He wants to fight as well as he can fight and look better as the heavyweight champion.
Well, he got an unbelievable bad break as the cut was opened, as you saw, by an elbow. But for the first time since the cut arrived 3 rounds ago, I felt there was a sense of calm in Evander's corner. Murata's hands are no longer shaking as he applies the grease to the cut.
Well, they panicked initially. They didn't even get the stool out on time.
Right hand over the top by Holyfield lands. Holmes goes back to standing against the ropes. And now Larry comes back to the center of the ring where he's not as effective.
It's up to a cut man to give you that confidence. Hey, I don't want to see any blood going down this guy's face and make him scary. Cut man is doing a great job.
In contrast to what happened to Mike Tyson in Tokyo against Buster Douglas, where the corner got rattled and didn't help Tyson.
And they did not really have a cut man there. There are about 5 great ones in the sport: Ace Murata, Eddie Aliano, Percy Richardson, a couple of others. It behooves you to be sure you have one of those guys for just these moments.
Now Holyfield is in charge. He's making Holmes charge him a little bit. Holmes doesn't step out.
Well, if you're a betting man now, you begin to look for a 12-round decision. That alone will probably further tarnish Holyfield's reputation as champion.
He's got to understand, to win is a great thing. Holyfield is starting to breathe a little bit. He's keeping his mouth open, mouthpiece extended.
The effort for Holyfield is encompassed in the fact that he's throwing more punches than Larry Holmes. Holmes has been accurate with his, but up until the last 10 seconds or so, hadn't been throwing very many of them.
I saw a sneak. I saw Holyfield sneakily bend his knees just a little bit, as though the punches got to him. Just.
A relatively slow 10th round, and you don't get the sense that Holmes has anything new to bring to this.
And
all right, now listen. Stay busy with that jab. You understand? Stay busy with the jab. Don't stand still. All right, no problem. And bring him off them ropes. You understand? Yeah. All right.
No, sir. Mouthpiece, no mouthpiece.
Drink a little bit of water. Drink a little bit of water.
Drink it up, baby. Drink it up. It's 11th round, baby. 11th round. 11th round. 11th round.
Carry your hands good night. Yeah.
Harold, Give us your score through 10.
Larry, 97-93, 7 rounds to 3. Evander Holyfield, what a commanding 4-point lead. I don't think there's any way Evander can lose this fight unless he gets knocked out. I mean, Evander's absolutely complete charge, landing a cleaner, harder shots, the aggressor, good ring generalship. He's just winning the fight.
3 belts. Come on, let's go. Donald Water, the 11th round. Box this guy. Move him around. Come on, this guy.
14 months ago, it was George Foreman who went the distance with champion Evander Holyfield at age 42. And now, if he can stand 6 more minutes, Larry Holmes will have accomplished the same thing.
What I'm curious about is if Larry Holmes is going to come out and really try to end this fight dramatically, or if he's going to be content to be a good loser.
Holyfield is
one
hurt.
right hand.
Holyfield is actually being hurt by those right hands.
I think the first one really got him, George.
That's right, and he's trying to act along with it, but he's hurt. And in the past, the Duga corner, all of the fighters seem to get a little itchy in the last round. They don't seem to protect themselves.
You're thinking of Meldrick Taylor against Julio Cesar Chavez. And maybe Holyfield against you. He gave you a chance or two in the 12th.
That's right. Holmes is awful confident. He's standing straight up, trying to deliver right hand.
Good left hook by Holyfield, and he steps back away from Holmes' jab. Another left hook by Holyfield. And a right hand. These are accurate punches by Holyfield, and they underline 2 things. Number 1, he still feels pretty good. Number 2, he does not have the kind of punching power necessary to hurt big heavyweights when he lands 1 or 2 or 3 shots.
But you just can't get overconfident now with him, because you come forward, he'll meet you with a good right hand.
To the body with the left. Holmes has stopped punching for the moment.
He wants one good right hand that he feels can drop Evander Holyfield, and I don't understand that.
Holmes now ducking away from the body punches. Evander firmly in command in this round after having taken 2 right hands to open it. Larry stands at the rope, says, "Come to me," and Evander says, "No dice. You come to me, big man."
Larry Holmes wants to win the title. He's the one who's got to go get it.
Well, does he want to win the title, or did he want to collect $7 million?
Well, I think he's fought better than a lot of people expected tonight. You can't say he came here not to win, but right now he's got an opportunity, and he's got to take advantage of it or go home.
Good left hand by Holyfield. Holmes had been missing with the jab. Evander stepped in and pounded it. Left and a right by Holyfield. Holmes lands another right, and that one was flush. The second right hand caught Evander right on the jaw.
And did nothing.
Yep.
Time.
Neutral corner. Larry Holmes needs a glove to be laced.
At this time, I should point out that there are 3 Georgians in the ring now. How about that for trivia?
All right, here we go.
Holmes was born in Cuthbert, Georgia.
Cut the tree.
Evander Holyfield is from the Atlanta area. And the referee, Merrill Mills Lane, is from the Savannah area.
All right, here we go. All right, time. All right, here we
Blood
go.
gushing from above the right eye of Holyfield. Only 10 seconds to go in the round, though. And then only the 12th will remain. Interesting round to score. Both fighters landed effective blows. Maybe Larry got the better of it.
Last round, baby, and you're the champ.
This guy's going to try to throw bombs at you. He's going to watch the rope. You understand? So at the end,
3 minutes, baby. 3 minutes. 3 minutes, baby. 3 minutes in the new.
I got to knock him out.
You gonna knock him out?
There's the straight right hand by Larry Holmes. Quick right hand. Not all of his body into it, but a good effective punch. Just not effective enough against the stout chin and heart of the champion.
3 minutes, champ. 3 minutes. Walk him down and punch on him. You can do it.
Last round.
Here. I know, okay,
Larry, 106 106-103, 7 rounds to 4. Evander Holyfield. I think Holmes needs a knockout to win the fight.
Evander Holyfield's 10th fight as a heavyweight. His 3rd defense of the heavyweight championship he won from Buster Douglas. He has been fighting for 5 rounds now with a vicious cut all across his right eyelid, and the trickle of blood begins again with 2.5 minutes to go. Larry Holmes looking for a big right hand, which might win him back the title he lost to Michael Spinks in 1985.
Fought an excellent fight, leaving Larry Holmes, but against the wrong kind of guy. Only had a left hook.
Holyfield bouncing and moving, trying to use his superior conditioning and energy to sew up the last round and eliminate any questions that might still exist in the minds of the judges. A much busier Holyfield now than we saw in round 11. Second time in 14 months, though, he's been taken into the 12th round by a 42-year-old former champion. And this will do little, even if he wins it, to enhance Evander Holyfield's reputation as a heavyweight champion. That must await further title defenses.
And his corners sound like amateur cheerleaders. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go.
Crowd coming alive with 1.5 minutes to go. Their sentiments clearly with Larry Holmes. He never got this kind of adulation from a Vegas crowd when he was defending the title 20 consecutive times.
Seems that Holyfield is going to have to get some gray hairs just to get the crowd on his side.
Holmes landed another right hand, and again Holyfield steps forward in return. A left hand by Holmes. I think he won the 11th round. If the old man wins the 12th, maybe he can make a statement for the judges that would throw this thing into doubt.
Holmes has been very clever in this fight, not expending more energy than he has to, not fighting more than he has to.
And I think he's winning the 12th round right now, which at the very least will be a small embarrassment for the champion, who prizes his conditioning as his biggest asset. Now Holyfield tries to come back with a statement of his own. Blood flowing, punches flying. Evander Holyfield says, "I am a man." And Holmes hits him again with the right hand.
Holyfield has got a courageous heart. Here's a man bleeding for the first time. Believe me, it bothers you when you've never had it happen to you.
And there it is.
High marks to Larry Holmes for fighting as well as he did. Used all the experience of an old warrior to stay in there for 12 rounds. Evander Holyfield, I believe, won the fight clearly, but isn't likely to get high marks from the drama critics.
Great fight, O'Connor.
Good job. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
So Evander Holyfield continues as the champion who really can't win until he faces a Riddick Bowe or a Lennox Lewis or a Razor Ruddock. That is likely to be his identity.
Close. You fought the heart out, man.
And we'll take another look now at the closing seconds of the bout, the moment after the bell, as Larry Holmes attempted to adopt the body language of the winner, but instead vomited into his corner.
A lot of water coming out. Shows you he had some to spare.
Well, that's an HBO boxing first, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen it on Monday Night Football. Now you've seen it on HBO World Championship Boxing.
Knock on a tree.
The guy was there to survive. He didn't want to fight. I told you he was going to fight that way.
Yeah, okay.
All right, Harold Letterman, 12 rounds in the books. You tell us how you scored it.
Well, Jim, I had it 115, 113, 7 rounds to 5 of Evander Holyfield. Larry made a fight of it in the last 3 rounds. I want to tell you, I gave him credit. I just thought that Larry did pretty well coming off the ropes, and Evander sort of slowed up in the last 3. But all in all, Evander had the best of it, landed those hard right hands, and I just thought he did too much with his rights and his left hooks and took it to Larry most of the fight. Certainly, I couldn't take it away from Evander Holyfield.
And final punch stat numbers. Larry Merchant, take us through these.
Well, here you see Holyfield landed 40 more punches according to the punch stat numbers, many more hard blows, I believe, than Larry Holmes did.
And threw 125 more punches. That may be the critical statistic because he threw those punches coming forward all the time.
Exactly. I guess what we have to say here is thankful for that elbow, because it gave the only drama to this fight that it really had.
And right now, let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official decision.
Let's get the decision. Let's get the decision. Don't put it on. You know it. Perfect. Here.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Caesar's Palace, we go to the scorecard. Chuck Giampa scores about 116 to 112. That's the same score, 116 to 112 from Carol Castellano. And Glenn Hamada has it, 117 to 111 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Real Deal Holyfield. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause, please, for one of the great former heavyweight